Good morning, everyone. How are you today? Great. Okay. So, anyone has any questions? When you practice chant, if you do it right, you will eventually have problems, questions that need to be addressed. That's normal. Very much like it's necessary for you to improve and to get better. Okay, and so this is why you should try to take advantage of these opportunities to ask questions. Feel free to ask questions. All right. And if you don't ask questions, we have stuff that we can talk to you about, like song enlightenment. What is that? What happens when you practice chant and go all the way? How your mind will change and how wonderful life becomes. Seriously, enlightened people, especially Master YongHua here, they are different from us. They really, really enjoy life. In spite of all the difficulties and stress they face every day, like us, living is difficult. To live, life is overwhelming. There's nothing you can do about it. In the ancient times, it was overwhelming, and now it is overwhelming. In the future, becomes more overwhelming. That's the way it is. And therefore, unfortunately, people never learn of a way to effectively handle the stress, which can kill you. Stress destroys your body physically and your mind as well. And so, ordinary people choose to ignore that problem because there's really no good way to deal with it. And our experience has been that as your skills get better and better, the stress will no longer bother you. Actually, you can thrive under stress, and you welcome the stress because it makes you perform. You tend to be able to rise the occasion. For example, it's not atypical for people who are skilled to be able to have. Think about this concept. Endless energy. It's so cool. You drive an EV, you need to recharge. You need to charge it up one of these days, sometimes. You do chant, you'll be able to develop the skills. This is why we stress to you that you want to improve. It's well worth it. Whatever it takes to improve, to get there, is well worth it for you, because you all of a sudden, for people at a high level of skills, they have this ability to have endless energy. They can draw energy from the air, as Master YongHua says it. Okay? It's so cool because you can conserve energy all you want, and when you need to perform, when you need to deliver, okay, you can rise the energy level instantaneously. That's the kind of skills that we're talking about. And this is what Master YongHua here, who wrote the Song of Enlightenment, is able to do. When the Buddha taught about old age and sicknesses, it's for ordinary people, it's not for enlightened people. Okay? So anyway, but there is a price to pay, especially for you newcomers. You have to, if you are really serious about this, about improving yourself, improving the quality of life, your quality of life, Chan is the way, honestly. And not only does it help you improve yourself, will also you become a role model for the people that are important to you, your children, your friends, and your co-workers, and so forth. Okay, and this is how you can quietly contribute more, improve the quality of life for yourself and all the people around you. It's very, very wonderful. So in order to do that, in order to develop that kind of wonderful skill, you must pay the price. It's hard work. Okay? Anything worthwhile, really, really worthwhile, requires hard work. It's not going to be given to you. Only babies would come to meditation and expect it to be pleasant. And the pleasant is for the average kind of practice. And if you want to improve, it takes hard work. It can be very pleasant as well, but the hard work pays off much faster for you. Okay, especially here in the modern era, we need to make ourselves more competitive, improve ourselves in order to keep up with society, with the demands of life, ever-increasing demands of life. Okay. Questions or comments? And Chan meditation will help you open your wisdom, your inherent wisdom, okay, that you have already, but you don't know how to wield it, how to utilize it, okay? And that's why we have a treasure trove of the teachings or documents or materials, like the song enlightenment here. That were prepared by the enlightened people to sort of share with us their perspectives, their experiences. Okay, that's number one. This is why I make it a point to share with you, to together with you, investigate these things, because I'm learning as well myself. Okay, I'm trying to improve too myself. Okay, if you have no questions, we can look at this. What happened? What changed to this famous monk here, who shared with us what happens to him when he became enlightened and I have this real wisdom, this priceless wisdom. So this is a well-known work for the Chinese, because he's Chinese, and it's highly revered, a piece of Chan materials. So he says, we are on slide 81. He says, today we must analyze and make clear distinctions. Here, he says, this is to demonstrate to you that after enlightenment, your mind is so much sharper than before. Okay? Every time you improve, let me stress to you, every time you improve one level of concentration or samadhi to the next, your mind is sharper and it's faster. No two ways about it. So you work more efficiently. You think faster, you work faster. Okay? This is universally the case for everyone. In fact, it's funny, one of my disciples, ex-disciples, became enlightened. And one of my Korean disciples came to pay a visit, saw him recently, this year actually, and she says, wow. She says something that's kind of funny. He says, wow, he's smarter than before. I don't know, I should be excited, but but anyway, that's the case, because you do get smarter, you do get sharper, okay? On top of being wiser, okay? Wisdom is, what is wisdom? Wisdom is the ability to solve problems better. That's so important, okay? We all need wisdom. We all need to be wiser because it helps us solve our problems much better than before. It's like you're carrying this wonderful AI computer on you, and you punch in, I have this problem here, what am I supposed to do? Everywhere you go, it's kind of cool. Think about it. So that's wisdom. That's what wisdom does for you. Okay? And it does it, so the higher your level, the bigger your level of wisdom, the bigger your wisdom, and the faster you are in solving your problems. Okay? And so this is what he says. He says, now I'm enlightened. Now I'm able to analyze and make clear distinctions. This is kind of a poor English translation. He says that today, I will, where's my phone? 分明 is to analyze. Okay, look at that. Don't we need to analyze every day? Things to look at, we need to analyze. Okay, and when we analyze, we need to. I forgot how to pronounce these characters. Anyone remembers? No Chinese? Seriously? I think it's Po and C, something like that. I apologize. So when you analyze, he says, this 分明 is to analyze, okay? You make clear distinctions, okay? You must, see that the English translation kind of sucks. They don't quite understand. That's why these people, they lump things together inappropriately, okay? When you analyze, you must dissect and open up. Think about it. You want to analyze, isn't that what we do? Remember those labs in schools when you cut up the lizards? Did anyone do that? Huh? You cut up a lizard? Oh yeah. What is it?
The word is pronounced "xi."
Which one? The second one or the last? The second one is "si." The other one is "po," right? So this one here, first character here, means you dissect it. And C is you open it up. Okay? Yes. Yes. A.
It's a term, po xi, to analyze, to dissect.
Yes, 4.
Oh, thank you, Master. I have a YouTube comment here. Excuse me, from Samson Lau. Emitofuo, Master. Good morning. First, I'd like to thank you for your guidance on reciting Dazuto to aid my effort in finding a job. I was laid off about 3 months ago, and after reciting Dazuto for a month and a half, I received a job offer. As I start my new job, it's been super busy, and I have not had as much time to go to DTT. I have been able to maintain at minimum 1 hour sits a day, but it's difficult. It's difficult to find additional time for longer sits. Without longer sits, will it be more difficult to make progress? Thank you.
Okay, very good. First of all, congratulations on getting a new job. It's kind of this time is very difficult to look to get a new job for everyone. So it's cool. So the way we teach you Chan. Actually, Chan here in a form of helping you develop new tools, new skills to tackle your problems. So actually, we invested in that process. Okay, it's not simply just Chan. We give you more tools in a form of to develop under Chan, so that would be very helpful for you in your daily lives. So Samson here refers to the fact that one of the things that we do, in particular, this is courtesy from my Chinese master, Master YongHua. He says that you practice Chan, you also want to, the way he did it is he advocates practicing mantras as well, okay, or reciting a Buddha's name. And so these mantras, this mantra is Dachuto mantra there, that you can join in to our online classes as well on, is it Saturday night, I think? Yeah? So this particular mantra here is very powerful. It creates a lot of blessings for you, and in particular will help destroy obstructions to your undertakings. Okay, and that's why it's probably the major reasons why Samson was able to find a new job. Okay, of course, each case is different, but then we have different tools as well. And so it's wonderful that he found a job and he's working. And now he's working is so much more important for him to keep up with the daily practice, because it's maintenance. You don't want, very much like you don't exercise your body, your muscle will atrophy. Okay? And so if you don't exercise, you don't practice Chan every day, your Chan skills will gradually deteriorate. Okay? And so that's why we advocate that you should practice Chan for an hour a day, just for maintenance. Okay, and if you, for example, find it difficult to do an hour, we highly recommend that you sleep less, just to practice Chan, making sure that you may lose some sleep time, but you put in an hour of daily practice. If you do that, for the first month or two, maybe 3 maximum, you might feel sleepy, but your body will adjust very quickly, and actually your mind becomes sharper and faster. You do that. So it's well worth it. This is a common response for the people who believe in it and sacrifice a little bit of sleep time. Okay, I've been having a lot of students who did that, who've been doing that, and they are convinced that it really works for them. When you have more Chan skills, you're practicing your meditation is better than sleeping. That's an indication that your skills are good enough. Okay? And so definitely commit to it because it's well worth it. Samson, you should make sure and try your best to put in your 1 hour crossing your legs. For example, it doesn't matter if you happen to find time during the day so that you can cross your legs at work, in a restroom or whatever, okay? By all means, do that. Okay, this is important. Even during the day, to cross your legs for 5-10 minutes, okay? It's very, very helpful. And now, furthermore, I also am of the belief that we should improve. Okay, because this is the modern era where we are a lot more conscious of the fact that life is so competitive. We have to make ourselves more marketable, more lovable, more likable, more efficient, smarter, faster, yes? Better, okay? And I'm a strong believer in that, okay? People just don't know how. It makes sense to all of you. You don't know how, let me tell you. You make sure you improve. And Chan, you improve through practicing Chan with the goal of improving. Okay? And so his question is very sharp. He says, if I practice Chan, now I'm so busy, how do I keep improving? Okay? Improving requires 2 things. Number 1, maintenance. Don't lose it, right? Very much like you want to become rich. The first rule of becoming rich is don't waste money. Never mind about making more money yet. Just don't waste money. Yes? Same thing. Make sure that you maintain your status quo by practicing an hour a day. Okay? Okay. Number 2, how do you make more money? Oh, I don't know. Okay, never mind. If I knew, I wouldn't be here. Let's be honest about it. Okay. So don't believe me. Okay, if I tell you this is how you make more money, scrap that. So how do you improve? This is where we're different from you. Okay, you improve by 2 ways. Okay, number 1, when you have a question, you ask us, because Chan training is very individualized for us. We help and pay attention to each and every one of you. Okay, and therefore, we make sure that we make ourselves accessible to you. Okay, for free. By the way, but in the future, we might have a paid membership. I don't know. When we reach the right size, like 10 people or so. Okay, so So trust me, this is a tremendous resource for you, because we have this database of training a lot of people already, and who have reached from low level to very high level. Trust me, this is a fact. This community of Chan cultivators, we call it American Chan because it's very different from a Chinese Chan that I learned from my Chinese master. This is American Chan, and we have a database, we have a track record, we have a community of people throughout the world who are from low beginners to very, very advanced. When I talk about advanced, I mean very. Okay? And I don't want to talk too much because it sounds like I'm bragging. Okay? So you have this community of people that you not only can feel comfortable that this process here works for all kinds of people. Women, Catholics, ex-Catholics, I mean. Buddhists, yeah. And so forth. So you see, it works for so many people that you can simply talk to them, and you can learn a lot from them. Okay, you don't always need to ask me questions. You can ask people. You say, so Master says that you are at fourth stage Arhat. How do you get there? What do you think it would take? What do I need to do, you think, to be like you? Okay? And the funny thing in our community, if they say, no, I don't want to tell you, they should be willing to tell you. Why is that? Because if any of them withholds information, including me, then it's very difficult for them to make further progress. We cannot withhold information so that we're better than you. And you are, like Jumi says, you cannot be the same as me. Yes, 4.
I have a question here from Christopher. Master, is it still Chan if we practice mantra for an hour each day, or if we recite sutras for an hour each day? Or is it essential that we must also sit and meditate for each day?
Chan has many different routes. You can recite mantras, and that's Chan. We highly recommend whether you recite mantras, recite sutras, okay, that you do it while crossing your legs. That's a very important tool. Cross your legs and recite sutras. Okay, that's much better. All right, so Chan has many different ways of practices. It's not simply about counting your breath or contemplating kindness and so forth. That's one of the 84,000 different forms of Chan practices. I'm serious. I don't know all 84,000, but I can teach you, as I said, as I bragged in the past, I know about 1,000. Give or take a few thousand. Okay? Yeah. And so the Chan we practice here, once you understand Chan, it's wide open. It's not only limited to the way that the typical Chan instructors tell you, teach you, advise you. No, it's too limited. Their understanding of Chan is not ultimate yet. That's why they still stuck on the formats. Okay? And so, to let me complete the point to Samson's question here. So for him, it's important for him, important for him to improve. That's a very good mindset. And to improve, he needs to keep practicing, and the way we train you is simply not just you alone, but you also get help from us. Okay, so if he has a question, he has a chance, he should reach out to our community, other members of our community, and ask them. He says, Master says, I'm here. Or he didn't say anything about me. If I ask him a question, he might slap me. But can you tell me? But I'm interested in becoming like you, first stage arhat. What is your path? What's your experience? Well, you fourth stage arhat. What is? How did you get there? Or this person who is enlightened, who someone found to be smarter. How did you get there? How long will it take you? Okay, is it worth it? Okay, you feel any different? And so you have this community of people. You can ask questions. You can reach out to them, and you can get insights from them. Okay, that's how you can improve. And also, very important is to improve. This is what also works very well for a lot of people, is that they only have time to come to the temple maybe on the weekend once to practice, whether it's to attend ceremony or do a mantra session or chant class like this, which takes 2 hours. That's a lot of time out of your life, especially on Saturday morning. But what else can you do? I highly recommend that you listen to these instructional talks. Doesn't matter. Okay, we have lots of videos, lots of MP3s, files where you can download for free, temporarily. I'm warning you. If I become wildly successful, I will monetize everything. Watch out, Taylor Swift, I'm coming for you. Okay, so you should listen, because I heard some people recently who says, I'm too busy, Master, I can't keep up with your crazy schedule. I cannot attend that many classes. In that case, while you're driving to work, you're driving to your date, why don't you turn on your DVD or your radio or in your car there and listen to the Dharma talks. Listen to the Dharma, okay? And it helps. It really, really helps. Okay, why? Because it's called certain teaching. You need to listen. Listen to the teachings. The more you listen, the more it grows on you. Yes, there's a question in the back here. A new gentleman, number 5.
Hello, Master. Yeah, so, I'm the second time here in your lecture.
Okay.
But I have just about my situation. I have 3 sons and I have, of course, have a wife. I'm trying to get them to meditate. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with the word called chant yet, but I guess I'm gonna study more about it. But I guess it's similar to some kind of meditation. So I'm trying to get my kids to meditate with me just get them started, like maybe 5 or 7 minutes per day. Sitting half lotus. I'm also trying to get my wife to join us, but because from what we understand, meditation, you have to sit very quiet, no distraction, so you can concentrate. But since I've been with the meditation class for a couple of weeks now, and I've seen the way that we're doing here is very different, very open. It let everyone do what they want to do.
No.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, so I kind of open.
I promise we'll change. It doesn't sound good on,
is there any way that I try to get my wife on, and like what you said is just do hopefully half lotus, and then she can listen to Dharma talk on her own, and then the kids maybe watching some other YouTube when they do like half lotus. Is that possible, or we have to be like quiet? It just yeah. Thank you.
Okay, when you're starting out, you don't need to be quiet. Starting out is you train yourself, some fundamentals, the things that you need to build a foundation for. This is Chan, is called sitting Chan, meaning we cross our legs. Okay, and this is a tremendous ingenious from our Chinese teachers. The mere fact right now, when you're starting out, that you commit yourself to training to cross your legs. The longer the better. So there's milestones. If you go into full lotus and look at your legs, they're pretty flexible already. Okay, that shows you have blessings. And if you go into full lotus, it probably won't last very long. Okay, it hurts like heck. Okay, but you get a lot more out of your experience, of your time. Well, much more than half lotus, for example. So instead of sitting for half an hour and a half lotus and feel comfortable, but you cross your legs and feel very, very stressed out and very challenged for 5-10 minutes, your benefits far outweigh half lotus for an hour. It's how incredible it is. Serious. You don't know it, but we know. Okay? And so that's why we encourage you to develop the ability to get into full lotus. And once you're in full lotus, endure the discomfort. It pays. Okay? And so that's how you need to train yourself. You need to train yourself first. Don't worry about your children and your wife yet. Okay? Let me explain. Okay? People are very smart. Your children are very smart. Your wife is very smart. They would do it because it's beneficial for them. It gives them what they want. Okay? So instead of trying to convince them to do it like you should do it yourself and demonstrate to them that it works for you. Meaning that it makes you more patient of a person, naturally. If you endure the leg pains right there, naturally you become more patient. Yes or no? Everyone. Huh? It's a wonderful thing. People who have a temper, okay, we encourage them to endure the leg pains in full lotus. And naturally, the temper is lessened. It also, by the way, becomes more intense when they get angry. So it's sort of like, there's a trade-off. Instead of they're getting more angry often, they only get angry less often, but more intense. So it's still there, okay? Until you get to higher level, then naturally they can let go of the anger. Okay? So that's a natural progression. So you yourself, and this is for everyone, the advice is for you. Improve for yourself. Take care of yourself first. Don't try to influence your wife, your family, your friends prematurely. Don't do that. If you need to prove to yourself that it works first before you believe me. Okay? I'm just a salesman. What are you to me? Therefore, until I prove myself to you, don't trust me. That's my attitude. Yeah? Otherwise, your wife will laugh at you and say, so you met him 2 times? You trust him already? Okay? So that's why you need to be convinced yourself that this process works for you. If I tell you it works for her, it works for her, it works for all these people, great for them. But you need to find out for yourself, does it work for me? What can it do for me? Okay? So find that out for yourself. Go through the training that we provide for everyone. Okay? And confirm that it works for you, that you're getting great benefits from it. Okay? Before you try to share it with others. That's point number 1. Okay? Number 2, to share with others, like your wife. Let me take your wife first. Okay? You share it by not sharing. You share it by not trying to share so much. Because you know how women are. I don't know about your wife, but in general, the women I have here, they're very skeptical. They say, what are you trying to sell to me? Yeah? So that's why the better way to share with her is not to try to convince her at all. Because soon you push, there's a reaction, right? You say, do chant. He said, no. Stronger. Okay. So that's why you don't share. You simply do it. Okay? And that makes her curious. Because, really? What does he get out of it? This is very soft selling. They need to be curious first. Okay? And then, naturally, as you improve, you become a better version of yourself. She'll like it. And then he says, if he's like that, I like to get it too. Okay? I like to be more patient. I like to be kinder. I like to be more compassionate. I like to be more energetic. I like to be more patient. I like to have less stress in my life. That sounds good to me. Okay? Then, what happens? Again, don't sell to her. This is so wrong for ordinary people. Say, let me tell you about Chan. You don't say anything. People are very smart. Remember, your wife's very smart. She married you, didn't she? So, wait until she says, so she starts asking questions. And when she asks questions, say, I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm busy right now. Can we talk? Can I give me 5 minutes or something and you forget, you answer. Okay, so it's like courtship. You pretend not to be interested because if you're too eager, they say, really, are you desperate or something? Okay, so my point is that you don't try to sell her at all. Wait for her to ask questions. And even if she asks questions like the girls look at you, like a glance at you, you say, you pretend not to know. Okay? And then she has to give you glances more often and say, oh, hi. You know, same thing. You wait for her to express interest repeatedly. Then begin to tell her a little bit. So the point here is that in our world, we don't try to sell people at all. We wait for them to ask us questions. This is a very important rule. Don't push it on others. Wait for them. Why? Because they need to be convinced that it's a good thing for them. If first they're curious, so you talk nonchalantly about it, and then the more they find out, the more they say, if that's the case, I want it for myself. Then you can tell her more on how to learn it. And don't try to teach her. You don't know enough. You're not a trained instructor. Okay? That's what I would do for your wife. So be nonchalant. You're pushing her too soon. It's too early. Okay? Like they say, you have a first date, say, I love you. Okay? It won't work. What about children? Is it okay to speak in front of them? I know they pretend not to listen, but they are because we've been talking about their moms. I'm pretty sure they've been listening. Okay? How about them? Okay? You know how we train dolphins? I went to SeaWorld once. You know, and I saw how they train those orcas. What did they do? Of these dolphins and orcas, they make them do tricks. As soon as they do a trick, they swim over, and the trainer take out sardines. And that's how you train children. You bribe them. Okay? Children like to have fun. So Chan has to be fun for them. Okay? So for your children, I cannot tell how flexible they are yet, but your boy there who can sit on his foot like that is pretty flexible. Okay? You're not Japanese. That's how the Japanese sit. On the legs. Okay? It actually is very uncomfortable. I tried that when I was learning martial arts. It's very uncomfortable to be sitting on your legs like that. Okay? And so the way you train your children is eventually, again, don't push it on them too soon. I believe that you must be convinced yourself that it works for you and it's good for them. Okay? And the way you train your children is very simple. Okay? You children only need to cross their legs and get in full lotus. Don't talk about principles of Chan and goodness and kindness and whatever. That's baloney to them. It doesn't mean anything to them. No fun for them. Okay? Crossing the legs is no fun for them, guaranteed. Okay? So how do you make it fun for them? Well, if they watch TV, play video games, they can do it with their legs crossed. Okay, so first you train them by making them sit for 5-10 minutes, and after that you give them a sardine. That's the deal. Okay, you earn it. That's the training. Everything in life must be earned, son. Okay, so you reward them. And then this is very important skill for the children, because at some point in time they will find this to be very useful, because when they're tired, for example, when they have a stomach upset, an upset stomach, they can simply cross their legs and will heal by itself. They can heal themselves with stomach upsets by breathing to the stomach slowly. It takes only a few minutes. That's it. No need for Pepto-Bismol, whatever, Tums or whatever. It's nonsense. Okay? So there are lots of things that they will be able to do themselves if they learn simply by sitting in full lotus. Okay, and longer and longer and longer. You train them like that. Okay, and eventually it's a skill that they can use the rest of their lives. It's a very important skill. To me, if you live with how meditation is you not having a full life, is how important it is. I'm so convinced of that. So I hope that the rest of you will help me in sharing that bit of knowledge to everyone. It's so important for you. Okay? Chan is as necessary as taking a shower, as eating, as sleeping. It's how important it is. It's critical. And it's a wonderful skill if I'm only talking about maintenance. If you develop your skills, it gets better. Life gets better and better and better until it becomes wonderful. Life becomes wonderful. If you don't find life to be wonderful yet, it's because your Chan skill level is not high enough yet. I'm serious. Yes, go for it.
Hello, Master. I wanted to say that normally I ask a lot of questions when I have problems with my meditation, but I also wanted to say that, or thank you, Master and the Sangha, because since I've been starting to meditate, I feel that my life is way happier. So I just wanted to say that I appreciate a lot all the help that I received from you and the Sangha, and also thank you for allowing us to ask a lot of questions. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for sharing with us. You see, that's a funny thing. You can spend a lot of time making money and so forth, but it doesn't make you any happier. Chan will make you happier. Okay? All right. Anyone else? Yes, sir.
Thank you, Master. You often talk about just letting go, particularly when you're angry, when you're sad, when you whatever. But what about for more virtuous feelings, like feeling love for our parents when we're around them, or feeling grateful that we're alive? Shouldn't we hold on to those virtuous thoughts and feelings?
What we're teaching you, starting out, is for you to pay attention to negative thoughts. And you handle negative thoughts by dropping them. But the positive thoughts, such as gratitude, such as caring, such as kindness, such as compassion, they are good thoughts. They are helpful. No need to drop them. Okay? Anyone else? Yes, for.
Master, I just want to say thanks for so much that I've been able to have my meditation practice help me so much. As many of you know, my family is in Northern California. My mom is 96 now, wow. And she's starting to fail. And I would always go and visit my mom once a month, and now I'm heading up there twice a month. In fact, probably after lecture this afternoon, I'll hop a plane and get up there. So, juggling all of that plus my regular life and now taking care of stuff for my mom, which is really kind of complicated, because at her long age of her age of 96, she's still been running her family business stuff that she's never shared with anybody. And now, because she can't hear very well on the phone and other things like that, I have to kind of take over for her. And it's just a lot.
But you used to do that for old people, didn't you?
I used to, yeah. I used to do
So you're well qualified.
I got to get back in the groove.
Yeah.
But still, I'm really grateful that I have my practice, and I really rely on it. And sometimes I don't even have time. I think to myself, I don't have time to do it, and somehow I just got to do it, because it does help me a lot, and it helps me cope with juggling it all. Because it's one thing to say, okay, I'm going to go up and take care of my mom, but I still have my life down here too, and I can't forget about the stuff I need to be doing down here as well. So I'm really grateful. Thank you, Master. It really helps me.
Absolutely. That's what we call personal growth, meaning that as we have more problems coming our way, we don't shirk our responsibilities. We simply rise to the occasion. It's very beneficial in helping you improve, in helping you open your wisdom. So we don't have to be afraid of the increased stress, the increased workload at all. Okay? We're not faced by new challenges at all. We will find a way to handle them. Okay? And that's a natural path of making progress. Okay? We progress because we must. Progress is not something that's theoretical and it's hazy and it's like fuzzy and we just feel good about it. Progress is because you must rise to the occasion, because we must progress in order to cope with your personal needs. If you don't have such needs, it's very difficult for you to make progress in a vacuum. Okay? And that's point number 3 for Samsung. That is, progress comes because you're faced with more challenges at work, more challenges at home, okay? And those are opportunities for you to make progress. If you have no problems, no need for you to do Chan, no need for you to make progress anymore. So we welcome difficulties, we welcome challenges. In fact, the funny thing is that as you progress and you see clearer, you see faster, you naturally want to take on more challenges yourself. You naturally want to contribute more yourself, not less. Okay? All right. That's it for today. Thank you, everyone. See you next time.